according to what Cindy had to say, which I already raised a red flag on, because nobody is going into a home to do a B&E, to break and enter, to end up killing a child when there was no threat at all. No threat. None whatsoever. Ain't nobody trying to get a life sentence from a B&E. No way, no shape, no how. Like, it makes no sense. Welcome to another episode of Don't Quote Me on 27th Letter Podcast. My name is Lanray Onigbinde Bay. Today we're touching on something that, I told you I don't really want to touch on trendy stuff, but if it moves me, it moves me. This particular topic is about a lady named Cindy Ali, who's before the courts right now for first-degree murder. I'm just gonna read to you what she's being accused of. Testifying in downtown Toronto court Thursday, Cindy Ali maintained she did not kill her 16-year-old disabled daughter in 2011 and that she loved the teen deeply, while prosecutors suggested she may have killed her daughter in an act of mercy. "I would never do this," Cindy Ali told the court, fighting through tears when asked by Assistant Crown Craig Conlon if she had hurt her daughter. "She was the only joy of our family," she says. It's the second time in 7 years that Cindy has faced a charge of first-degree murder in the death of her daughter, who lived with cerebral palsy and epilepsy. On February 21st, 2011, Cindy called 911 claiming two men had broken into her Scarborough townhouse located in Burroughs Hall Boulevard, searching for a package. They put package in quotations, which tells you they ain't believe you, lady. Not too many people believe in you, myself included. She told dispatchers that her baby was no longer breathing. First responders found Cindy on the floor, seemingly uninjured yet unresponsive, and her daughter on the couch without vital signs. In March 2012, Toronto police charged Cindy with manslaughter, a charge upgraded to first-degree murder. When the case went to trial 5 years later, the prosecutor argued that Cindy had smothered her daughter and staged her home to look like a break-in had occurred. In 2016 testimony, Cindy maintained her account of break-in and her daughter's death. She said one of the intruders guided her through the home, searching for the package, and stayed in the living room and the other man stayed in the living room with her daughter. When Cindy returned to the living room, she said she saw her daughter lying lifeless on the couch and that one of the men was holding a pillow. The two men then said they'd gotten the wrong house and proceeded to flee, she told the courts. The wrong house, eh? That's convenient. The jury deliberated for 10 hours before convicting Cindy of first-degree murder and handing the mother of four an automatic life sentence with no parole for 25 years. In 2021, Cindy won the appeal. Her conviction and life sentence were overturned and she was granted a retrial. Ongoing since mid-October, the trial is presided over by Justice Jane Kelly alone. So, this lady said, understand that two men broke into her apartment looking for a package, and conveniently they couldn't find a package. And while she was in the room, one of the men who stayed with her daughter, who suffered from disability, killed her, according to what Cindy had to say, which I already raised a red flag on, because nobody is going into a home to do a B&E, to break and enter, to end up killing a child when there was no threat at all. No threat. None whatsoever. Ain't nobody trying to get a life sentence from a B&E. No way, no shape, no how. Like, it makes no sense. So at the end of the day, I don't believe this lady at all. Like, I think her daughter was 16 years old when this happened. And I think as time went on, her disability became something that she resented, to the point that she did what she did. Well, I believe that's my personal opinion. I believe that she did it. And on top of that, she came up with this asinine story about a letter being sent to the address weeks later after her daughter died. And in the letter is basically saying, oh, we're sorry, our boss sent us to the wrong address. Like, bro, are you serious right now? Our boss sent us to the wrong address? Anyways, I've been to court to watch this case. As you guys know, I go to court and sit down and watch. And this lady's actually not on bail. Like, you know, she's being represented by James Lockyer, who's like a renowned wrongfully convicted type of lawyer. But, you know, I don't know, man. This one, I'm pretty sure they got it right the first time. We're talking about 12 jurors, adults. Some of them are probably parents. All of them are children. So for them to only take 10 hours to deliberate and convict this mother, like, when people get murdered, often we sympathize with the mother's families, but mainly the mother. But when mothers are the one that killed their own children, it's unfathomable. So for people to sit there, 12 people to say, you know what, this is crazy. You're going to jail, you did this. I understand. You know what I mean? Even the paramedics, when they got there, basically looked at the woman and said, stop faking, there's no B&E. You did this. Now, why would the paramedics say that? Well, why? The paramedics have experience. They've been to many homes. How many homes have the paramedics gone to where a parent wanted to give their child a mercy kill but couldn't carry it out? Probably called 911. It's like, oh my God, I'm about to lose it. I almost killed my child. You know what I mean? How many times do you think the paramedics have gone into homes where these things occur? Maybe it's not to the fatality of this one particular case, which does happen. People do kill their children mercifully because of their disability. And we can't be ignorant to the fact that now up here in corporate Canada, suicide is being legalized, pretty much, you know. So, but with that being said, it's the same thing with de facto government. When it comes to peace officers and cops, they're expected to conduct themselves a certain way. But we as citizens, we, the people, are told to be professional in our conduct. What I mean is, if somebody abuses you, somebody, you know, insults you, we're expected not to react. But the fact of government allows the peace officers to react in any way, in shape or form. You know what I mean? So we know there's a double standards with the fact of government and the people. They're allowed to do stuff, we're not allowed to. They could legalize suicide. We can't just take matters into our own hand and mercy kill our children. With that being said, I do not believe this lady one bit at all. I'm pretty certain she killed her child. And I remember being in court and I seen this. She's like 4'5". Like, this lady posed no threat. There's no reason for why. Two men enter the house looking for a package, and then her daughter ends up dead. Smothered by a pillow, by the way. She claimed that the pillow, which is what the forensics is saying how she died. She was smothered, you know? I don't know what else to say, but I feel for any parent that has to deal with children that have disability. My children could be overwhelming. I can imagine when you have a child with disability, what you gotta endure. I know a couple that has a daughter with disability, and I adore their love for that they show their children. I adore it. Like, it's evident that they love their child. So for me to just accept that, it's okay for you to just mercy kill your child because they're suffering from disability, that the other parents who deal with it. The cards we're given in life, we gotta deal with it. You know? Just because I wasn't born rich doesn't mean it gives me carte blanche to go rob and steal. I just gotta deal with it, learn to live with it, and work hard. It's just the draw of the card. Right now, it's a judge alone trial with this lady. They didn't go with the 12 jurors. They made sure they weren't judge alone. But we know why? Because humans, sane humans, would not believe this. Nor do I believe even a judge would. So I don't even know how we're wasting resources retrialing this lady. Because I'm telling you, she's guilty. Based on that whole theory about the letter being sent to her address to say our boss gave us the wrong address. That's just crazy. And there's no physical evidence of B&E, of breaking and enter. You would think, come on, like if what she said happened the way it happened, there'll be evidence. Because it's sloppy. There will be evidence. There will be DNA. There will be evidence to lead to this man. Or that, yes, there were a couple of men in here. None has been presented. It's just a theory. With that being said, I look forward to the verdict, the guilty verdict. You know, I think Cindy Ali should be in prison for killing her disabled child. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you sympathize with her raising a disabled child? Because I see in posts where people will talk about this, there are people who sympathize with her and say, hey, listen, the government can kill people legally now. Why can't parents? And so on and so forth, which I obviously disagree with. Like, no, it can't be that. No, we can't do that. Like I said, then that means what? Children could start killing their parents? No, we can't have that. No, we can't have that at all. There's resources to help you. If it really gets that bad, you could have put your child in a home. I guarantee you right now, if you ask the woman, that Cindy Ali, looking back, if she ever admits to killing her child, looking back, I bet you she has 1,000 ways, I bet you she has 1,000 ways to figure out how to deal with what she was going through, aside from killing her daughter. Hindsight is 2020. I don't know what happened with her in that moment to even come up with this story and then killing her daughter in the process. Anyways, again, let me hear what you have to say in the comments. Like, share. Thank you for joining us on Don't Quote Me on 27th Letter Podcast. Check out this next video right there, somewhere around there. It talks about the importance of demonstrating good habits. Okay? Okay? Right here. The video somewhere over my head. To my side. I don't know. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.